Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. Welcome to Crafting with Lola and Oscar. I hope you guys have had a good weekend, a good week, a good couple of weeks. I have been on vacation, so that's why you haven't seen me or seen any posts from me. But first of all, I do want to say thank you to everyone who has been watching, to your comments, also to all the new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. Again, welcome to Crafting with Lola and Oscar. I wanted to take a few minutes today and film something that I've put together that I think you just may like. So we're going to be working with the slimline cards, and also I'm going to be making a card and a box, and we're going to be working with some of the new Crafters Companion Sunflower Decoupage Toppers. So I know that sounds quite a lot, but let me share with you again what we're going to be working with in case you are also wondering um, how exactly what you would need. So again, you would need the Crafters Companion. Let me see if I can get this right. There we go. So we're gonna make a beautiful card and box set using the Crafters Companion, intricate nesting dies, of which I'm going to show you, and then the Gemini Elements Sunflower Bouquet Decoupage Toppers. Ain't that a lot of words? Oh my word, y'all. Let me just show you what I'm talking about, okay? All right, let's take a look at what we're going to be using, okay? So, I cut a couple of these out so you can kind of see them. See if I can zoom in a little bit. Hopefully that's better. Okay, so now I bought mine from HSN, but you might be able to find them on the Crafters Companion webpage. And they came, when I bought mine from HSN, they came like in two sets. I particularly like this one the best. And this one's okay, but when you start getting down to here, you can't like put words in there. It's just definitely for decorations, and then you have to put like something on top. So, but I'm going to show you the main card and box. I'm going to be actually using this die set. And then I've cut this out so you can kind of see what it looks like. So let me show you what it looks like. If I flip this over, we're going to get too much, we might get too much whiteness. All right, let me show you. So I've cut a couple of pieces out just to kind of show you what they look like. And it's quite lovely. I really like this one. That's the main piece there. And then here is the other die. So you got the two. This is like the main bodies of the dies. The biggest or the largest part of the die. And then let's see, let me see. And here is one where you can kind of see that second piece of the die. And then there's a third piece that goes real small. But I really like this one better. I like the edge better. I like this, but I'm just not feeling. I don't know. I can't really explain it. I can't explain it. So what I did when I started messing around with these, just generally cutting them, I said I want to see what it would look like if I embossed them. And this one is quite lovely. Let me kind of hold it up so you can kind of really see. And then I put some gilding wax on it. I said, well, I wonder what it's going to kind of look like when you put gilding wax. Now I know this looks orange, but this really is kind of like a mustard color piece of paper. Yeah. And then I did the other one. I said, well, let me see again what it kind of looked like. And I kind of put some silver gilding wax on it. So when you run into the embossing folder, it's quite pretty. I was afraid that I was going to mess up this part right here, but I actually didn't. Yeah. All right, so let's get to the slimline card. Okay, so I'm going to be making 3 cards and 2 boxes today, and I'm going to be using the sunflower decoupage topper. So let me kind of show you what that looks like, and then I will actually show you. Now, if you know anything about Crafters Companion, they always make like a die, right? They'll always have a die, and then they'll have a stamp, which I don't have it. So it'll be like in 3 pieces. It'll be a stamp where you can make your own flower if you want and color whatever color you want, or you can actually die cut the toppers. So you'll have a stamp, a thing with stamps in it, which I don't know where it is because most of them I don't use it. The dies, and then the actual toppers. And this is very simple. If you, I've been over this before, but for maybe new watchers, maybe y'all haven't seen this. There's all types of flowers. I'll give you an example. Here's another one that that's a lily. I really like that one. Okay, and then here's the other sunflower, the first sunflower that they made, and I really like that one. So it's very different from the sunflower we're going to use today, though. But if you wonder how this works, actually you just take the dies out, and I'll just take one out just for GP. Okay, and on these dies, there's a little round tab. See that little tab right there? And then you just line it up with whatever, and see the numbers are right here. You might not can see, but there's a number right here, and you would just line it, lay that little circle right over top of the number, and there you go, and you can cut out all your dies, all your toppers, layers for your toppers, I should say. All right, so let's go on to showing you again. I'll give you a good screenshot of this particular one that I'm going to use today. I like to think I had it. Okay, here we go. So this is the one we're going to be using today, okay? And again, it's called the Sunflower Boutique Decoupage. That's the name of the actual. So if you're going to Google it and you like it and you say, oh, I want that, then you can see if it's still on HSN, or you can go to Crafters Companion and see if it's on their web page. So Crafters Companion, okay? So we're going to use that one, okay? And then also what we're going to do is use these nesting dies, of which I've showed you in case you're wondering what they look like. There they are. Those are the two. And then I think I put the names of them. Now, there's 4 of those dies, like I said before. And they're like Italian names or something like that. But here is the names for the 2 that I'm gonna be using today, and I'll leave that there for a few minutes so you can get those names as well, in case you're wondering what the names of the dies are. Okay, so let's go to the actual card that I'm going to be making today. And first of all, let me see if like I said, I'm going to be doing 3 cards in 2 boxes. And now I've done some pre-work because, ain't nobody trying to watch no 2-hour video. Okay? I keep trying to zoom this in, but it doesn't seem like I want to go. So sorry, y'all. Why can't I get this to? Oh, there we go. Okay, hopefully that's better. All right, so I've already, now let me show you my, the topper that I've actually done, as you can see. And I use some what's called glossy accents, okay? And I also use foam pads to build it up, okay? So you can use either like that dimensional glue, or you can use foam pads. I use foam pads. And I just recently kind of started messing with that glue, but that glue was taking me down, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, it was kind of messing me up a little bit. But you can either use, like I said, that, or you can use the decoupage. And let me show you what the decoupage, not decoupage, I mean the glossy accents looks like. Different companies make it. I just tend to buy wherever I can find it. The main thing is when you use this stuff, you put it on, but you've got to let this sit overnight so it'll dry. Okay, so it's not like you can just keep crafting. So if you know you're going to make something and you're going to use this, go ahead and deal with that first. Put it on, set it aside, and then keep moving, and then come back to it the next day and add your embellishment. All right, so we have that here. And then I've already cut out my sentiment. And my sentiment is thinking of you. And I really like this because what I did was, you guys may and may not recall, and if you haven't, go back and look at one of my videos where I was working with the Tim Holtz alcohol ink. And I just made some backgrounds, and I never really used them. I was like, good night, I never used them. So I finally pulled one of them out, used the dye, and I cut this sentiment out, thinking of you, which I think is so pretty. And then I just gave it a little shadow with some yellow paper. So that's how that looks. And I really love that. I think it's so pretty. It really goes well with the sunflower, as you can see. All right. Then here we are with the topper. Now I'm not using all the, the different the nesting dies. I just wanted to use this main one because I didn't want it to be too busy because the flower is gonna, the flower gonna be it, honey. The flower gonna be it. So with that, we have that for the top of the card. And then on the inside of the card, I use this again. I'm going to be using this again with just one of the pieces, just one of the die cut outs. Because you don't want it to be bulky because it's going to be a slimline card. You want to be able to put it in the mail the best way you can. Although you still will probably have to, protect the flower on the outside. So I didn't. Now I can always go back and hit that with a little sparkle pen, which I might, but we ain't doing that today. I don't think. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But that one's for that. And then the sentiment, just a very simple sentiment of which I did do some embossing, as you can see, or you may not can see, and it has a little sparkle inside. And then this is the layer. So let's go ahead and put this card together so you can see what I'm talking. Oh, you know what? I left one thing out. Then I have the it's like a mat, just in this wood. Don't worry about that. I think that covers up. It's just, I love this paper because it just looks like wood. Now I could have ran this through, an embossing folder as well to give it some texture, but it's going to be covered up so much so that it really doesn't matter. Now let's talk about the card. I want to talk about the card. Now the card, there's all kinds of different sizes of slimline cards. And anybody trying to do all that, because I tried to do that, child. Every time I did it, I ended up cutting the wrong thing. It'd be too small for the envelope, too long for the envelope. I said, you know what, the devil, I ain't messing with that. So, honey, I just paid the little price, hit the little HSN button, pay, and buy the cards from Anna Griffin, the blank cards from Anna Griffin. Now, they're fine, but I got the box measurements from another crafter. So in order for this card to fit in the box, I had to cut off about a quarter of this card so it would fit. So let me give you the measurements. So if you want to do what I'm doing, let me slow down. If you want to make what I'm making, then you want these measurements, okay? Because anything else, it ain't gonna work, y'all. I'm just gonna tell you, it ain't gonna work. So your card needs to be 8 3/4, okay, by 4. 8 3/4 by 4. Okay. And then the mat, which is this one right here, you want it to be 8 5/8 by 3 7/8. I know that sounds a little wacky, but if you want to make what I'm doing, all right. So let's go. 8 5/8 by 3 7/8. And I really, you know what? I've said it enough that I think you can always rewind the video. I don't want to stop and write because I don't want to make the video too long. So let's go ahead and get this down, and because we have 3 cards to make, and 3 cards to make and 2 boxes. And I wish I could remember where I got those measurements from. What in those same places is wrong with this? Oh, okay. It's just like, what the devil? All right. So yeah, let me at the beginning of this video, you'll probably see a couple of pictures of Oscar and me. We went on another road trip, not long this time. Cause child, that gas was like, you better get your behind back to the house, Lola. Ain't nobody trying to do that. Yes, honey. I wanted to keep going. We had a really good time, just me and the boy. We went down through the Carolinas. We stayed a couple of days in Florida. And then went on through Tennessee, went to Georgia, went to the Ark Encounter in Kentucky. That was amazing. Okay, so we have our wood down. And I'm just going to kind of do this so nothing get to slipping and sliding. Now, I love this glue, this Carlisle glue, because it's movable. Meaning that, if it's not, now see right there and see how it may be a little too much, it gives you just enough time to maybe adjust it, move your fingers like this and adjust it a little bit. So I love that. But when it's down there, after a minute it's down there. So you just gonna have to, forward forward march, so to speak. All right, so we have that there, and then now we're gonna put on this. Now remember, oh, I see a little piece that's not out. So always check and make sure all your stuff is out, and then especially with any kind of uh, matte paper or mirror paper, girl or guy, whoever watching this, y'all be careful with that glue because you get the glue on it and you messed up. You cutting out another piece. So with that being said, I'm not gonna put as much as I would like to. Now I have a little doodad like this with some glue in it. I could always go and put a couple of pieces little of glue in here, but I'm too scared to mess it up. So I'm gonna make sure that I just put glue in here, not too close to the edge, because I don't want it to get on my, and I don't want it to get on the paper. So I'm gonna do just a teeny bit. Now another thing you could do is you could use a dotty pen and a dotty glue pen. Let me show you what a dotty glue pen is, and I'm gonna do this like this. So a dot. Now where is my dotty? Oh, here we go. So you can use a dotty glue pen. And again, this is by Crafters Companion, but you can get them on Amazon as well. I just tend to, sometimes when you find stuff that works and you like it, you just be like, whatever, I'm just going to pay the price, except for gas. Now, don't be doing that. Go and find the cheapest gas because, child, we trying to get where we got to go. All right, so now what I could do is use this dotty glue pen. Now, it's only going to get the glue on the areas that I want. It's not going to put it anywhere else. There won't be glue all going through the holes. Like if we were to just put down some other glue. And this way, the whole thing will be on the, the whole mat will be glued to the card. All right, so that, I think, probably was a better idea. All right, there we go. Now, with this, make sure you close it up because it will dry up like my hobby does it if you don't, and then you didn't waste your little money. And these things are not economically sound. That's another good way of saying cheap. All right, so we got that like that. Okay, let me move my little words, and then I'm going to go ahead. Now, here's the deal. This is the movable glue, but this is kind of going to stick on there, so you want to kind of make sure you got it together when when you lay it down. All right, because so it could be over a little bit, just a wee bit. I did pretty good considering. Well, let's see. Yeah, I think that's good. And then I'm just going to gently, and again, when you put glue, don't get too close to the edge because then it'll spill out. You know about spillage, ladies. It's not a pretty thing. All right. And then we can go ahead and just run my finger around that part there. Lord, did I put this on right? Oh, yeah, I did. You ever put your card together and it be upside down or be on the wrong, the opening be on the wrong side? You're like, what the dickens? All right, and then the next thing is going to be the sentiment. Now, before I put, again, let me make sure I got it going. Okay, I do. Okay, so before I put this on, I want to kind of see, I want to kind of line things up first and then see where I kind of want my flower. Okay, and let me turn around so I guess y'all can see it. So I guess nice. Tilt it a little bit. You can still see all the edging there. And I think I don't want this to be moving like that. I don't think so. I think I'm just going to keep it straight. This card actually is for one of the sisters at my church who lost her brother good Lord, not this week, but last week, I think it was. Yeah, sorry about this. I was trying to have a little music going, but there we go. Let's see. Yeah, so instead of putting sympathy, sometimes it's nice to put other words and, like thinking of you. All right, let me flip it around and decide how I want this to. Yeah, because I got the flowers tilted. I think I'm going to do that. Okay, so now I'm going to use, this is perfect for that dotty glue pen. Now, the thing with the dotty glue pen, y'all, is sometimes you can't manhandle it. You can't, whatever you're doing, you got to be very careful and just go in one direction. Because sometimes with these real small pieces, they will tear, these little small embellishments or whatever you got going on. and then it just tears your whole die. And honey, that is so upsetting. I don't know about you, but I'll be getting a little upset. Of course, sometimes I get a little more emotional than what I need to, because I'm an emotional being, child. All right, did I get this right here? I'm running my mouth. Let's see. I think I got it all. I think we're good. All right. All right. Be careful when you pull it up. Did I get it all? Oh, don't feel like I got right there. All right. All right. Let's see. And I'm going to just do this straight. I'm not going to... and I'm taking this to her Sunday, which at church tomorrow. So, I mean Sunday. Is that right, Lord? Yeah, I guess that's about right. All right, and I'll just hold it down a little bit. Okay, and now with this one, we can go ahead and put glue. But again, be very careful how you do it. Now, you can use double-sided tape if you want, but I'm just going to use some glue. And just kind of be careful so it don't spill over. But you want enough down there so you know it's going to stay. Okay, I'll tilt it to the side. Now get it, place it down there. All right, now I can move it a little bit. Okay, so there we are with that. And I'm going to hold down. Okay, and while I'm kind of letting that sit, all right, there we go. I think it's pretty. Doesn't need anything else. Don't put anything else on there, okay? Because it's going to get too busy. All right, so while I'm letting that dry a little bit, I want to go ahead and I'm going to do the inside of the card and just kind of glue all that down. Now, again, like I said before, I could put some a sparkle pen, a clear sparkle pen. Where are you? Clear sparkle pen. I need to get some more of these jokers. I think I tried it, honey. I just tried my best to use them all up. You know what I heard somebody said? And now these are by Spectrum Noir too. They do come 3 in a set, and they are clear. This is clear. Somebody said with these, here's a little hint. They said when it gets low, you got to shake them to wake up because remember the glitter's on the bottom. But when it tends to get low, if you have reusable ink, little cartridges or little balls of ink that you can put in your pens. And somebody said, well, because this all opens up, you can just put put some ink down in there, and then keep it moving, right? You get the milking as best as you can. All right, so I think I am gonna dye this a little bit. I mean, not dye. I think I'm going to put a little soap, a little sparkle on these. Now, what happens is now you're not gonna see anything with this because it's not colored. But if this was colored, you squeeze it, and it kind of tells you where it's squeezed. Just gently squeeze, and when you start seeing the color come through this little area here, don't get to squeezing too much because then you're gonna have ink everywhere. And you might be, let me see, I'm gonna squeeze it. Now this is a little low, but I'm still gonna go ahead and put a little bit on here. Just like that. Just a little bit. Don't have to be all, because plus it's a little wet. All right, just to give it a little sparkle. Now that looks a lot better, doesn't it? Isn't that amazing? Yeah. Okay, so let's get that put down. What do I do with the other ones? All right. And now I want to put this on first, I believe. Oh, there's another boo-boo. Okay. I think this is safe to open up. Let's get this on here. Now this is 2 3/8 by 7 1/8. This little piece of paper right here is 2 3/8 by 7 1/8. If you want to do it exactly what I've done. And you don't have to even do it. You know, the thing is, you have to have, even if you don't have these dies or decoupage, you use the measurements and make it the way you want it. It's your thing. It's your thing. Do what you want to do. Y'all remember that? Some of y'all probably do. Lord have mercy. All right. I'm gonna give this what I think is the middle. Okay, I can't talk when I'm doing this, y'all. No, I can't talk. All right, I think that's good. All right, and then we'll put the little flower on, and I'm gonna put some in the middle, and then I'm gonna use my little glue dispenser to kind of go around the edges so I don't make sure I don't mess up and put too much glue. So I'm just gonna put a little line of glue. It's real fine nib, real fine nib point, and that's nice. All right. All right, there we go. Make sure with this you put that pin back in, because if you don't, honey, once it seals up, once this little hole seal up, you can just throw this one in the trash and go get your another one, because you ain't gonna be able to get the pin back through that. Ow, that hurt. And this is where patience comes, because sometimes I ain't got it. All right, so we almost got this one done, and we can move on to the second card. And I'm going to, again, just do a little tilting. That. Hold it down. Oh, there we go. Make sure there's no glue on there. Okay. And then the last one would be this, where we're going to go back and use our dotted glue pen to get those edges. So they'll be stayed down to the card. Ooh, man, the glue going everywhere, but on the, what is wrong? It's going everywhere but where I need to go. So I've got more videos coming up. We're going to be doing a really cute little notebook. I'm going to be doing a box with note cards, because y'all know I love me a box with note cards. So I got that coming up in the next video. So I have those two videos. And let's see what else. And there's some other stuff. So I have new videos coming out all the next couple of days, because like I said, I have been on vacation, and I wanted to take a minute to say thank you to all those guys who have subscribed to the channel, again, commenting on the channel, and all that good stuff. I really appreciate it. And then also, I am on Facebook, but I'm not on Facebook like that's the wrong one, y'all. I'm not on Facebook like I am. I kind of just put my pictures up on cards by Lola. Sometimes I'll put photos up there. So if you're really wanting to see the most current things of anything that I'm doing, just always check with the YouTube channel, and then you're going to be good to go. Okay? All right, let's get this one down, and this card will be done. This card will be done. Okay, I got to make sure it's even. A little bit more. I think that's about right. Okay. Beautiful card. And then what I can do is, once it's all over, I'll stamp the back of it with my information. So there is the first card. I hope you like it. Okay. And again, if you're wondering what I've been working on, again, I'm working with this sunflower. That's what it's called. The sunflower bouquet. And then the dies are the element dies, nesting dies. Okay. All right. So let's go to the next card. All right. So the next card, really simple. Another simple one. This one, what I did was I'm using the that second die. So you have this die here, and then that's that second die. So I'm going to be using that one, so you can kind of see how that looks. Now I'm using also. I'm making a birthday card, and the challenge of this is you see that one little dot. Honey, if I didn't glue that down, I would have been looking for that thing forever. So that's why that's kind of glued there, so I don't lose that little teeny dot. And hopefully I will not lose that little dot. All right, so this one is fairly easy. I'm not going to put anything on the inside yet because I want to find the sentiment. But I'll go ahead and glue down the matte and layer part. So you can see what it kind of looks like if you want to use two of the dies instead of just one of the dies by themselves. Thanks for watching, you guys. Tune in for the second part of the video using the same dies, the same decoupage, and we're going to go ahead and make the two boxes and a beautiful all white card.